Hey there, thank you for joining us for our weekly video blog. I'm Rebecca Roddy.
And I'm George Roddy, Senior.
Yes, we have a junior and a senior. And today we're going to be talking about some different stats on the foreclosure list. The foreclosure list for the November auction just came out last week. It is complete for all counties. So we're going to discuss a few stats and just kind of discuss the marketplace. Dad will go over that. But we have a lot of great stats going on in the North Texas area. Cedar Hill, we have a 4,000 square foot house that is valued at about $400,000 that you're going to see on the list. Travis County, we have, which is in Austin. We have in Lago Vista, we have a property that's valued over $300,000 that you're going to see on the list. Fort Worth area, we've got a house in Grand Prairie that is in value of $300,000. So we have a lot of different property types that are on the list. I even think we saw an increase in foreclosure properties.
Well, we did overall. Some markets are actually down and some were actually up, some counties. So, and one thing I wanted to do though, before we get too far into this, I want to just go over some of the products that Foreclosure Listing Service produces, and just to go over them pretty quickly, just so you know. And obviously, you can always call us, call me, or call Rebecca. But I wanted to just share with you some of the more notable products that we do. Obviously, the foreclosure list, we've been producing that for eons, close to 40 years in the Texas market. But the foreclosure list is basically tells you what properties are posted for foreclosure, and of those properties, which properties actually go to foreclosure and are auctioned off. We've got a tax sale list, and it's been very popular, well received. We've been doing that for a long time, and that shows properties that are posted for foreclosure for delinquent taxes. And that has been going on, that's been increasing for the last couple of years. You know, the market in some aspects of it is very good right now as far as single family, but people are having a problem paying their taxes, and that tax sale report, or we call it the sheriff's sale, is a list that shows those properties that will be auctioned off, similar to the foreclosures, the mortgage foreclosures. We've also got a list that shows properties that will be at some point foreclosed on, but it's not a foreclosure as such. It has to do with bankruptcies. Now, it's not a bankruptcy list. It's not a list that shows people that take out bankruptcy. It is a list of properties and a list of individuals that are going to lose their bankruptcy protection. So those are just three of the many products that we do. So now I'll let you get back to some of the properties that are on our list this month.
And also that bankruptcy list, that's really increased as well. And these are people that are in the process of losing their bankruptcy protection. They've defaulted on their bankruptcy plan, essentially. And so we've really seen an increase in that.
Yep, we sure have.
Major increase, because a lot of people will try to stall the foreclosure process and they will file for bankruptcy protection, but then they will default on that protection and end up back into foreclosure. So, but there's a lot going on with those. We've seen a huge increase in those. We also have some of our newest products, which is called Mining the Appraisal District Leads, which is fairly brand new. Last month or so, we took that out. We do have some webinars that we've recorded on that, and if you're ever interested in watching those, and we'll have some upcoming ones as well. But if you're ever interested in learning more about those products, you can watch those webinars, and those are actually on our website, or you can email me and I can send those to you. But basically, the mining the appraisal district leads is going to be landlord properties. There's even a delinquent tax list as well. It's a little different than the sheriff's sale list. It's people that are 6 months behind.
And that's an excellent list to find out what properties and what individuals are about to show up on the sheriff's list, but it's almost a pre-sheriff's list or pre-tax sale. But you can pull up those records on that list by being able to search by the length of time that people are behind. You can search by zip code. There's about 10 different search routines that you can use to pull up that. And we've got some other stuff too.
Yeah, we've got, and we also, our newest is the Property Analyzer Pro, which is really a great tool for investors that need to find comps on these properties, because once you have found the property that you would like to possibly bid on at the foreclosure auction, you really need to do a couple of steps before that auction takes place, and one of those is looking at comps on these properties and really finding out what the true market value of these properties are. And the Property Analyzer Pro is a tool to help you with finding those comps on those properties, and that's a really neat tool if you don't have access to MLS, or you're just really needing this information on these properties. This is a great tool to have. So we have a lot of new great products coming out, or that have just come out. Of course, the foreclosure list, the bankruptcy list. We've got the results of the auction, which is just come out for the October auction. And that usually comes out about 2 days after the auction. So a lot of great products.
Well, tell them about what does that actually show?
So the struck off list will tell you which properties sold at the auction and for how much, and also if they went back to the lender, or if an investor purchased those properties, and we'll tell you basically how much they paid for the property, how much the property is assessed at, and it's a great way to analyze what the banks are selling their properties for. Just a great way to look at what's sold at the auction.
And it's by being able to keep up with that list, you can obviously find out which lenders took what properties back, so that if you want to contact that lender, you could certainly do that.
Yeah. So what about the marketplace? What's going on there?
The market, there was an excellent article recently on WFAA, I believe it was, that our friend Jim Gaines with Texas A&M, the real estate research center down there, and he came out or wrote an article that is really noteworthy about the market itself, and he touched on things like the oil boom, the oil bust, what effect it's having on the marketplace. And so I think one of the things that he mentioned was that as far as the DFW area, it hasn't been affected anything like he thinks that will be affected. So what he basically has said, that the oil problem that we have in the state, the whole state, has not affected the DFW area, but he does expect the market to be affected. He pointed out that there was a kind of a 1 to 3 year back in the, if you he referred to the 1980s, mid 80s, where we had the same kind of slowdown, and the fact that it when the oil situation happened back then, it was a 1.5 to 2 year period from the start of the problem to where it started affecting home sales and home values and so on. So it's a great article, and if you have a chance to read it, it would be worthwhile.
And we'll send that out. I'll email out that
Yeah.
article, and also we'll have it on our website. And you can find a lot of these articles and just our blogs under the blog section on our homepage of our website. And if you have a chance to read these blogs, they're really helpful information. It's information on the marketplace. It's what properties are selling for at the auction. So I will send out a link, probably with this video, to direct you to that blog area.
Good.
So what else?
Well, I just wanted to point out a couple of things, other things that I pulled off the MLS statistics from the Netris folks. And I pointed out that the article that Jim Gaines had written stated that, you know, that we haven't seen anything materially to affect the marketplace right now. And to kind of back that up, I just wanted to give you some stats. The number of sales in the Netris area, the MLS, from the MLS sales was up about 7% from September of 2015 and compared to September of 2014. One of the things that I think is very critical is the month supply. In other words, the number of months of homes that are for sale now, and the fact that we are seeing, comparing September of 2015 with September of 2014, we have seen a continual decline in the months of sales, or the months of properties that are available to be sold. So it's in this case, it's good to be down. Basically, September of 2015, we had 2.9 months of inventory of homes compared to 2014, where we had 3.5 months of homes. So a continual slide. I think what Jim Gaines was saying is that that those numbers will probably change, as soon as this oil problem continues. When you're looking at $40 a barrel compared to $100 a barrel of oil, it's got to affect the marketplace. So when we see interest rates plus this oil problem, if we ever see interest rates go up, which I'm sure we will, it's all going to impact our market. So my suggestion is to take advantage of the times that we are in now, and obviously it is a wonderful opportunity to purchase a foreclosure and then be able to sell it in a good market. So make hay while the sun shines.
Mm-hmm. And like we said, the foreclosure list is complete, so go ahead and get started on those postings. And we just have, a week or 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks.
Before the next auction, so get started on that. But if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to call us. or visit our website at foreclosure.info, number 4closure.info, and we'll be happy to answer any questions. And we have a couple of webinars coming up that I'm going to shoot out some information on that. So look for that. And what do you think?
I think that's about it for this month. So
we had a lot to say this month.
You bet.
Sorry for the longer video, but we had a lot of important information to get out there. So until next month, we'll see you, and have a great week and a great month, and hopefully we'll see you out at the auctions.
good luck on the foreclosures this month.
Bye-bye.